Every African in the diaspora knows this debate. Should I build a big mansion back home, or should I focus on building wealth in the diaspora abroad where I live? Today, we're going to break down the psychology behind this decision, the financial reality, and which one of these may silently be destroying your future. Before we dive in, don't forget again to like and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Let's get into it. So, if you live in the diaspora, you've most likely met this person I'm about to describe. And if you've not met them, that means most likely you are that person. So you've most likely met this person that has lived in the diaspora for say 10 years, 15 years. They've worked so hard, they've saved, they've sacrificed, like they've given their all. And then finally, they decide to build this massive home, massive mansion back home. And of course, everybody is hailing them as a success, Odogu, you've done it, you're doing it. And this house is done, it's ready. But guess what? Nobody lives in the house. The house is empty more times than not. And before you know it, it's gathering dust. Sometimes you have squatters that end up staying in the place, or relatives that are living in the house. Meanwhile, this same person back in the diaspora, they are renting. They've been renting for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You've met that person before. Because I know I have. I've met a lot of them. This is the silent trap that a lot of Africans in diaspora fall into. Let's break this down even further. For many Africans abroad, it's not really just about the mansion. Yes, a mansion is a house, but it's more about what that mansion represents. For many Africans, it is a proof of success. It's a proof of, validation that, I traveled abroad and my life is not useless and I can come back and I can build a mansion. And for some, it gives them respect in the community or in the society where they're coming from. It tells those village people that, yes, I have made it. I have gone and I have come back. That's why even people that are broke, people that don't have money to feed very well abroad, will use their last savings, everything that they have abroad, just to go back home to go and build a mansion. But let us face the financial reality today. $100K or pounds house that you spend to build back home may most likely sit empty. Yes, it may most likely sit empty because let's break it down. You are going back home every Christmas, maybe, or even if you go back home twice in a year, spend 2 times in that year in the house for maybe 2 weeks, and you're back home to the diaspora or abroad, wherever you live. But think about $100K invested, $100K saved, or $100K put into an income property where you live. And just think about the returns you're going to get on that. That same $100K has better chance of growing, better chance of multiplying, of bringing in more returns for you than the $100K house just sitting down there in your village. Yes, I understand that it is your plan and it is your dream to move back one day. But the honest truth is that you haven't even made any retirement plans. Building a house back home is not a retirement plan. Yes, you can have a building, but what money do you have to sustain yourself in that building? I've heard folks say, I'm just going to be here, and then when I move back home, I'll take care of myself. And then they end up going back home just to realize that maybe where they built this house is not even safe. And then they can't even stay in the house that they spent all this money to build. They end up running to go to hotels, or they go to cities that probably they feel are more safer. And then that house is still there, wasting away. Building your house back home may sometimes feel like you staying connected to your roots. But what it really is you maxing that guilt of you living. You feel that if you build a house, it can tie you down and it can make you feel some sense of, I left, but I'm still here. All that it is a psychological band-aid. It is not a strategy. I really want to know though in the comments, would you rather build a mansion back home, or would you rather buy property abroad where you live? Let me know. Let me know that right down in the comment section. Just let me know. I want to know your thoughts, what you really think about this. But see, guys, we have to learn to balance both worlds. Yes, it is not bad to build a house back home, but you can't go building a mansion that nobody's going to live in. And that is just the hard truth. You can't build a mansion that is going to sit down there and just waste away. Meanwhile, you're not even financially buoyant enough to survive where you are. You're struggling financially. You don't have no retirement plan. You don't have any income property where you live, but somehow you have a house worth 100k sitting down in your village just wasting away. No. When you first come to the diaspora, you have to learn to invest in income assets first, where you are. Yes, if you still have a dream of building a mansion back home, fine. But first make sure that you are well taken care of where you are, so that when you decide to build that mansion, you do it without struggle. You're not thinking about it wasting away. At that time or point, you now have the right to call it a retirement home because you've worked, you saved, you invested, that's just a house that can afford to waste away because it's not affecting your money. But right now, if you're just coming to the diaspora, you're still trying to get your feet strong, and the first thing you think you need to be doing is going to build a mansion back home. That is an error. It is just wrong on every count. It is wrong. I want you to also ask yourself this hard question. If tomorrow you passed, something happened to you, a house, a mansion back home, is it going to do your family any good? Your loved ones, I'm talking about your wife, your children that live with you abroad. Is it going to do them any good? Or having an income portfolio, like a asset portfolio, whatever that is, they can see here and abroad. Which do you think is going to be better? Because I see many cases of people build houses, mansions back home with the excuse of, oh, I'm building it for my children. These same children that you hardly take back home for vacations. You don't take them back home. They don't get to visit their countries, their African countries. They've never been. They haven't been in a long time. And all of a sudden, you think that they are going to uproot their lives from what they've gotten to know just to go back home and go and live in the village? Think about it. So let's call a spade a spade. Your kids most likely are not going to return back home to that house, that mansion. You built that mansion for your village people, for your relatives, not really for your children. I've seen cases where kids abroad, when their parents pass, will come back I'm from Nigeria, will come back to Nigeria. They would sell everything that their parents probably, bought from Nigeria, sell it, the businesses, the lands, whatever. If you're even going to build a house back home, build something less extravagant, something that you can at least come back to. You can have something to come back to when you're visiting back home. And when you are sure that you can fully afford to build a mansion, then build a mansion. At the end of the day, a mansion may give you respect, but you see, wealth, it will give you freedom. And freedom is what we are out for. Not what people are going to say, not how they are going to clap for you or make you feel like you're so special. No. Freedom is the ultimate goal at the end of the day. That's what we all want. That's what your target should be. So I'll let you decide which matters more to you. Comment down in the comment section below. Let me know, what do you think? Are you going to build a mansion back home, or are you going to invest in the place where you live, buy rental properties, invest in income properties? And if you're going to build a mansion back home, let also your mindset be on how to generate wealth from that mansion, not just a place that is going to sit and waste away. So I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, what your decisions are going to be. Again, don't forget to like, don't forget to share and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.